Action. There you go. Hey Elaine, how's it going?
I'm good, fine, thank you. Yeah, very well. You?
Good. I'm good. Right, I'm going to find these questions that I'm going to ask you. So I've got six. First question is, I'll tell you what it is and then I'll actually ask you it properly. So I'm going to ask you, what attracted you towards the academy? Why did you want to join in the first place? So that is going to be the first question. This guy's so dark still. Trouble is, the sun keeps kind of going behind clouds. So I shut the blinds, but now I'm like sat in the dark. But then I don't have curtains, I just have blinds. Right, okay. Anyway, we'll just go with it. We'll go with it. And also the light is literally there. So it bounces, you can see, bounces straight off of my
You can't see, you're looking too much into it, Jamie.
I am probably, yeah. Stupid videos. Right. So first question, what attracted you towards the academy? Why did you want to join? What was it about it when I said, hey, the academy's launching, that you thought, this sounds interesting to me?
You did. You attracted me to the Cleanup Academy. I had been recommended to you by Heather, and I basically I wanted to set myself up for success, and I knew that the business was growing so fast at such a pace, and there was just so much energy in the company that I just really wanted to focus and get direction, straight line. So yeah, basically setting myself up for success was what attracted me to the company.
Because we had spoken a little bit before, hadn't we? When we did the boot camp, I think we'd loosely spoken about, but I think the timing wasn't right. I think something, I don't know what it was, but I think the time wasn't right at the time. Which would make sense. It's often why the timing isn't right.
I was busy with another business at the time, and although I've been in this business for 10 years, I had only just set up these two new companies when I spoke to you the first time. And to be honest, I thought I just couldn't afford it, and I didn't know I didn't know my figures and didn't know where my money was going. And then I actually sat down and thought, I actually can't afford not to do it.
Interesting.
So I invested in you, and invested in me, and invested predominantly in the company.
Right, I'm going to turn the light on because I actually do have a tiny light here. Now, that's slightly better actually. Why didn't I just do that before? Speaking of that, what was happening in the business that you felt like you needed the support with? Or what did you feel like, not necessarily what was going wrong, but what did you feel like was happening at the time that you thought, something's got to change? I can't keep doing it the way that I'm doing it. Something's got to change. What was happening at the time?
Jamie, I couldn't get out of the company for more than 5 minutes without feeling guilty about it. This industry is addictive, and it grabs you by the short and curlies, but it's like hard to get off it. Does that make sense? It's hard to get off it. And the business was, it was like a runaway train. It was like a runaway train, and it was great. Business was coming in, but I just didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know where to direct it, and writing, scribbling on pieces of paper, and then having the office was chaos. My life was chaos, and it's great. And everyone says, oh, you're doing great and you're building, but you were falling apart inside because you just didn't know, you didn't have any systems or any of the automation that you've taught us what to do. I didn't know any of that. And even although I think if I had met you 10 years ago, I'd be a millionaire by now. I really would have been, because it would have forced me to focus and look at the business. Is very black and white. And we've talked about stepping away from the emotional side of and looking at it, because it's again, we're selling time for money, or we're selling other people's time for money. And I just wanted to be in a position where I was selling other people's time for money, and that I had more control and life was less stressful, because it's a very stressful industry to be in. And I think actually I can handle the stress better now. And I wanted to grow, but I needed the control to grow. And I kind of feel as if I'm in a better place now for doing that. So I've got all my systems and my ducks in a row that I can actually just basically explode the company anytime I want to now. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at.
You have come on leaps and bounds over the past, I guess, 6 months or so. It's like I said, it's not like you weren't doing well before. The business was doing great, but
thank you. You put yourself to thank that. Take a bow, young man.
Look. I'm very happy to be that. it's on you, right? You worked this hard, you got the business to the point that it's at. If I can, I'm honestly like honored, sounds a little bit ridiculous, sounds a bit cliche, but I do mean like I'm honored to be even a tiny part of any of that success. If I can help in any way, and I hope I have. I suppose you wouldn't be doing this video if I hadn't, so that's a testament to that. But you know, at the same time, you did the work, right? Yeah, like if I can look at it, I can say, hey, what if we did this? What if we tweak this? Hey, try doing this bit. Yeah, let's implement that. Hey, you know, if you feel like you haven't got direction, let's help you with that. But ultimately, you're the person that's put the work in. Like you have worked your ass off, and you continue to. Your work ethic is amazing.
Yeah, we work hard. And hopefully, in the end of the day, it'll pay off.
Yeah,
you're like having a silent business partner that I don't have to share my profits with. That is a really.
Pete said that to me the other day. He was like,
Pete, that's because I said to Pete.
Is that what you said to Pete? Is that where he got it from?
I said to Pete, he's a thief. He's a thief. Wait till I see him.
Okay. Well, yeah, he stole it.
He nearly got me into trouble in IKEA the other day.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he'll tell you about that one. But yeah, no, it's all good.
So
all good.
Right, let me just, there we go. Right. What's it like being a part of the academy? Like, honestly, what's it like being a part of the academy? And not just the training, not just the coaching, but the community and the people in it. Like, what's it like? Because I think this is something that when I speak to people, they're like, oh, okay, so I get that it's the academy and there's training, there's coaching and there's a community, but what is it like on a day-to-day basis? What's it like to be a part of it?
Well, I think before the academy, being as a sole trader as I was, it can be very lonely, and the only people that you can really, you end up, people, you bore the pants off people when you talk to them about your company, don't you? Because you're so enthusiastic, you've got so much energy, and they're like, you know, and like the community that you've set up here within the academy, I mean, they're all specialists in their own industry, and they all come from different walks of life. They've all been doing it, some for years, some inherited it from family members, some they're brand new. So it's great to meet new people, and you don't nobody's ever made to feel that they're on their own and that they've got the support from everyone. And it's not just you that we get that support and that one-to-one from you. There's 20 other people on the forum that are all running that really, really know what we're going through, because when you had your company, it wasn't COVID, you didn't have COVID or anything like that, you know. And although you're very good at what you do, you're also very good at saying what you're not good at doing, and you'll get people in that will fix those problems for us. And like whether it's webinars or accountants or, you know, quote on site, whatever, you know what your limitations are, like we do with ours. And having other people that are in exactly the same position as you are, having to bounce off ideas, they're like silent business partners as well, really, that I don't have to share my profits with them either. So that's great. But they're also very good at telling you straight. Yeah. They'll give it to you both barrels if they think you're wrong or not doing something right, or could do it in a different way. And they're very good at just picking up the phone as well. So it's not all just on the WhatsApp group or on the group, the growth sessions and things. You know, we've got a WhatsApp group that's very informal, and we all have said we all learn so much from that as well.
Yeah, the WhatsApp group moves at the speed of light, doesn't it? But the thing is, even though, there's a lot of messages in the WhatsApp group, one, I guess it shows that people are getting to the point in their businesses, well, they can spend the time messaging people, but the other side of it is people just love to share. Like the amount of information in that WhatsApp group is mad. Like the amount of things that people have shared over the months now, it's incredible. There's so much information just in that group alone.
That's worth its weight in gold, just the WhatsApp group.
I stumbled into that, by the way, because the WhatsApp group wasn't a thing when we first started, was it? The first month or so, I guess, it wasn't. And then my coach was like, well, we have a WhatsApp group for all of our academy members. Why don't you do that? I was like, and I felt like such an idiot that I hadn't thought of it. And then got everyone in the group, and it was just like, now we're off to the races. Like now the community really gets.
But it's somewhere that we can all tell our daily wins, and we can sit and have a greet, and you know, and like just feel sorry for yourself, and everybody's like, right, come on, you're better than this. Get up, give yourself a shake. You know, try this, try that. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? And before you know it, we're all, you know, like, woohoo, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, well done you, get up, get back on the horse.
Yeah.
You know, because none of us are going anywhere. We're all so enthusiastic about our businesses.
Yeah.
But some days we just have bad days, and it's quite nice to have other people to talk to that understand.
Absolutely. What are some of the biggest wins you've had since being a part of the academy? And they don't just have to be financial wins. I know that you've had a bunch of those as well, but what are some of the biggest wins you've had for you personally?
Mindset. I think it would have to be my mindset. They call it like what, the monkey mindset, and that nobody can do anything better than you can, and that nobody will accept anybody other than you. And that's been one of the biggest things, is changing my mindset and removing myself emotionally from the business. That's another. Confidence. You know me, everybody will know me that I think about things 120 times and ask the same questions over and over. And I think now I just go for it and think, just stop wasting time. Just, it might not be the best website I've ever built, but hey, I've built one. It's out there. I'll master it at a different time. We're about to go VAT registered, just changed to a limited company. We, during lockdown, we did all the biohazard training because we could do that at a time we couldn't do anything else. So that's been quite a big thing for us. Yeah, quite a lot of transformations.
That's huge, and that's only been the past 6 months.
Confidence is probably, if I had to say, if you asked me one word, confidence. That's
really interesting. It's not, I guess it's not that I wouldn't have expected it, but yeah, that's really interesting. It's lovely to hear, because I think it's so underrated. And we spoke about this just now in our call, but something that I stole from a TED talk, by the way, but something I say all the time, because it just resonated with me so much. I thought it was so eloquent. I'm not taking credit for it. Was confidence is a consequence of action. And there are a lot of people that wait to feel confident before they do something. But when I heard that phrase, I was like, no, that's it. That's the nail on the head. Like, sometimes you have to do it first and feel confident afterwards. And it's just getting that mindset, isn't it? It's huge.
It's massive.
Yeah.
Massive. Yeah.
I got 2 questions left for you. So, I mean, you've kind of touched on this already, to be fair. Like, maybe this question is a bit redundant, but when you look at where you were before you joined the academy and you look at where you are now, what's the biggest transformation? Now, you just mentioned confidence. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's something else. But what's been the biggest transformation from where you were before you joined the academy to now?
Professionalism.
Okay.
And just having everything automated and having a system for everything, having an owner's, having like what do you call it? I don't even know what you call it. Like a workbook, so that anyone that comes into the business, basically everything's written down in there, so that they can come, and I've got it all filed, so, and it's in a file, so anyone that comes in, and anything I learn now, I work out a system for it so that I don't have to think about it or do it again. I just put it in there. I think also I've got a bit of there's a sort of sense of calmness. I'm quite a hyper person, maybe I didn't realize that. I'm quite an excitable person, but I've got a sense of calm over the business now. I kind of know where I wanted to be, and I feel as if my feet are very grounded. And we did our client avatars. I used to take everybody that came to my door and say, yeah, keep coming. And then realized that actually I don't need half of them, because they don't make me any money. And I think, well, why am I selling my time for money and I'm not making any? This is stupid. I'm not a charity. So just having the confidence to say to them, actually, I'm putting the price up because this is what I'm worth. And I know I'm worth this, and we've got a waiting list to prove it. So just having the confidence to do that, and actually saying no to people.
Amazing. Yeah. Because so often you just feel like you have to say yes, but then you add so much complexity to the business. Holy moly. All these different services, different days, different clients all over the place. It's just, it adds so much. And then last question, what would you say to someone who's thinking about the academy, but they're kind of on the fence and they're not entirely sure whether it's going to be the right fit for them? What advice would you have for them?
Run.
That's the end of
You'll never have any time to yourself, because Jamie has just got this. he's got this massive explosive amount of information that he wants to sort of pour into you. He just wants to sort of get the top of your head off and pour all this information, and you're like, oh my God, I can't go.
That's where my hair went. It pushed my hair out my scalp.
There's going to be so much information that you're not going to need to go anywhere else, because everything, it's like the boot camp and the LinkedIn. I mean, I hadn't done any of these things. And as I say, right, going back to the very first question that you asked me, and you asked me about what attracted me to the academy, I think it's basically a similar answer I'm going to give to you. And that is you, and you know, just having, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I can't remember even what I told you at the very beginning, but I just resonated with me there. But oh, that's what it was. It was going back to when you asked me what attracted me to the academy, and I said, well, or what stopped me joining the academy when we first spoke, and I said I didn't think I could afford it. And so anybody that's thinking about joining the academy, I would now, knowing what you're about and how much we believe in you and the other people in the academy, I would say that you definitely can't afford not to join.
That's amazing. Yeah,
that would be my answer.
This is an investment at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what exactly. It's an investment in yourself and in your company and in your team.
Yeah.
So
Elaine, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's like,
welcome. Nice to talk to you.
Just full disclosure, we didn't prep for this. I was just like, hey, let's do it. Elaine offered so kindly, so thank you very much. And a bunch of people also offered off the back of this. So there'll be some more videos, mostly because of Elaine, honestly.
No.
But it's nice to hear it all, because I guess usually when we talk about it, we're talking about the business, what's going on and what's the next step and everything. I haven't really had a chance to ask you these questions. So it's really moving to hear. I'm really grateful. And yeah, thank you so much for...
You're very easy. You're very easy to talk to, and your phone's always open 24/7. And so you probably get abused something awful from everyone. Just try to completely, Jamie, help.
No, it's great. It's great. I like being there to help when people need the help. I'm very I like that a lot. I like being on hand and having that support. So I'm good with it. But it's a huge
part. I think we're all very grateful to be here and very grateful to have you, and keep doing what you do.
Academy, Elaine. Honestly, look, and the community, but the community is only as strong as everyone that's in it. And you're a big part of that. You're a huge part of the community. So the community wouldn't be what it is without you being a part of it.
Oh, really thank you. But the same with everybody. It's nice to be there, and I certainly wouldn't hesitate in recommending your services to anyone.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing the video. I'm going to hit stop now.